Imagine walking down a wealthy city street and seeing someone pull up in this red Ferrari. Instinctively, your brain registers them as a financial success. But there is a mathematical reality behind the wheel. That driver has exactly $100,000 less than before they bought the car. Or, if they used a loan, they now carry $100,000 more in debt. Modern culture trains us to look at high-consumption lifestyles and call those people wealthy, but they are often just rich. Being rich refers to a current income high enough to support the monthly payments on visible items. True wealth is what you don't see. The nice car not purchased, the first-class upgrade declined, the designer watch left behind. Wealth consists of financial assets, savings, retirement accounts, and portfolios that haven't yet been converted into the stuff the public sees. While a massive salary provides the raw material, building a fortune requires a mental shift, one that stops equating visible consumption with actual financial security. To make that mental shift, you have to understand the mechanical rules of money. Success begins with the exact distinction between an asset and a liability. A liability is anything that regularly takes money out of your pocket. Even if society labels a primary home or a luxury car an investment, if it requires ongoing maintenance, taxes, and interest, it is a drain on your resources. Assets are entities that continuously put money into your pocket. They operate independently of your daily labor, generating returns whether you get out of bed that morning or not. Look at how people handle cash flow. A paycheck flowing into a liabilities bucket disappears fast, but routing money into an assets bucket creates a self-sustaining loop. This asset column eventually spins off a secondary stream of income, funding luxuries without depleting the core base. This explains why many high-income earners end up broke. They play excellent financial offense by earning a large salary, but terrible defense. They spend their working years building a portfolio of liabilities instead of an engine of assets. The strength of your asset column depends on a behavioral shift, deliberately expanding the gap between your ego and your income. Displaying diamond-encrusted watches or buying expensive clothes shows everyone that you have money, but the act of buying them physically reduces your wealth. True wealth accrues through the luxury items you choose to forego today. Statistically, the typical American millionaire drives an older car, shops for bargains, and lives in a modest neighborhood. They value financial independence over the social status of a high-consumption lifestyle. They achieve this through a pay-yourself-first strategy. Before paying their bills or considering any lifestyle upgrades, they immediately save and invest 10 to 15% of every dollar they earn. Wealth accumulation is rarely a test of intelligence. It is a test of psychological discipline, the ability to ignore social pressure and stay the course when the world wants you to spend. Once you have a defensive foundation in place, an emergency fund and insurance to protect against life's uncertainties, you have to deploy that saved capital to work. The most accessible tool for this is the consistent purchase of low-cost, broad market index funds over a period of several decades. This chart shows compound interest. You start with a flat baseline of regular contributions. Over 30 years, interest earns its own interest, curving into an exponential growth spike. Despite sharp market crashes, doing absolutely nothing allows the long-term trend line to continue its massive upward trajectory. Exponential wealth is not built by predicting market movements. It is built by surviving volatility through patience and time in the market. You might be wondering, if the goal of wealth isn't to buy massive houses and sports cars, what is the point of the sacrifice? Proper planning begins with risk management and proceeds systematically until you reach a state of financial wholeness. This is a holistic approach where your debt, savings, and protection plans all work together to create a life that is actually stable and secure. The highest dividend your unspent money can pay is total control over your own time and daily schedule. It is the ability to close your laptop on a Tuesday afternoon and walk outside on your own terms. Financial independence gives you the power to choose what projects you take on, when you work on them, and who you associate with. Ultimately, wealth is a tool for self-reclamation. Every dollar unspent is a portion of your time and freedom bought back from the world.